Hello, welcome to Sound Bites. I'm your host, Holly Whitfield from the Daily Memphian. I'm here with Daishu McGriff.
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We are going to talk all about Shroomlicious, all about Chef Daishu, all about the artist's table, and it's going to be a great conversation. But first, please know that this is Sound Bites, the Daily Memphian's weekly food, drink, and dining podcast. It's a part of our free podcast series at the Daily Memphian. Make sure you're not missing out on any of our old episodes of Sound Bites. We have a lot of really great ones. You can find those on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or also on our website at dailymemphian.com. You can hear new episodes every week on Crosstown's radio station, WYXR, Thursdays at 11. If you are listening on WYXR right now, you can tune in next to the Sidebar podcast with our Daily Memphian CEO, Eric Barnes. But let's get started with Daishu. Thank you again for being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
You said you're very busy, you're double booked, and you've got like some good news about Shroomlicious in the year that we might talk about in a few minutes.
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm excited. But let's start with you first. Tell us about yourself. Are you from Memphis?
Okay.
How did you get into cooking?
So I'm originally from Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from a small town in Alabama called Gordon, Alabama.
Gordon.
Where there is no street lights. There is no store. The only store we have is on the highway. And at that store, you can get credit. You can get things on credit.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's in the middle of nowhere. Born and raised there.
North, middle, south?
It's close to Florida and Georgia. It's like at the corner down there. 10 minutes from Florida, 10 minutes from Georgia equally. And I went back for Thanksgiving. It was like stepping in a time machine.
Wow.
So Alabama is where I'm from. I come from a background of cooks. My mom worked as a cook. My dad, I lived on a homestead, so to speak.
Before it was cool and viral.
Right. To me, then it was torture. It was like, I want to eat McDonald's. I don't want to eat fried chicken from the chicken that was running around the yard.
Yeah.
But, now I see, how that lifestyle was super beneficial. But my dad cooked. My mom cooked. My granny cooked 3 times a day. She baked cakes every week. So I was always around, cooks and chefs, and they're chefs in my eyes.
They are.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
You're talking about the chickens running around, and if you're on a homestead and you're on, you're with farm people.
Yeah.
That's not normally the type of background that someone who is plant forward, plant based comes from. How did that unfold for you?
You see all of the processing. All of that. I've seen some crazy stuff. And I always got really close to the animals that my dad had. Like, I always got attached. I had this goat named Rufus that I fed every day. And
Not Rufus.
Rufus. That's the story that I tell everybody, because it's funny in a sense, but it's kind of traumatizing too.
Yeah.
But that's when I realized I kind of cared a lot. But yeah, he was like, I gotta provide for my family. I didn't come from much, so Rufus gotta go. Right.
Yeah. We're accepting of all the eating lifestyles, but let's break those down a little bit, because I know that you know.
Okay.
I think most people have kind of figured it out now, but people are using all kind of terms. Like we know about vegetarianism.
Mm-hmm.
We know about veganism mostly. But then we were also talking about plant-based a lot of times, and that's what you've really focused on a lot in your career. We've also talked about plant-forward. Can you help break down those 4 terms and any others we need to know?
I'm going to start with veganism first. Veganism is about not having any harm to any type of animals in any aspect. And it also goes from environmental. It's so many different layers. We love animals; they deserve to live.
Yeah.
Vegetarian is more so kind of we don't eat meat, but we still we may consume eggs or cheese and dairy and stuff like that. But I'm not eating meat. And then plant based is kind of food focused.
Yes.
Well, I'm just going to eat only plant based proteins and plant based things. And then you have plant forward is how Shroomlicious started, is where I always like to meet people where they are. I don't like to like be like, hey, you have to do things a certain way, because I understand that we're all different. And so when I first started Shroomlicious, it was a meal prep service. It wasn't like a to-go situation with wings and burgers and stuff like that. And I was at a gym, and I was like taking my health really seriously then. I was just like, hey, like I'll meal prep for you, but you have to get like 6 or 5 vegan meals, and I'll cook salmon for you too. Like, it's like you'll get. So I used to the plant forward, like, and it really introduced people to to eating plant forward meals and realizing that they didn't need protein as much as they needed it, but like they didn't need a steak or
they need meat.
Yeah, meat much. Basically as much. And so it really worked out. It kind of like, went on from that. So that's what the plant forward. I think honestly, I coined that term myself. I just can't. I don't know if it's a term really. Plant forward.
It is now.
It is now.
I think that's so interesting, the way that the spectrum is. I mean, people, vegans, like Bianca Phillips is our early word writer in Memphis, long time vegan cookbook author, and a huge fan
I love
of Chef Daisha. Yeah, she's great. And so she's vegan, and she does not consume products, and she'd be happy to talk about this, and in fact recently did on our AMDM podcast with Mary Casciola. That's no honey, because it's come from bees. We didn't ask the bees about taking the honey. Like, we're not wearing leather products, all the way from somebody who might eat eggs sustainably sourced in a certain way that makes them feel comfortable, all the way to omnivores, anybody who might eat anything, which is me. That's the way that I eat. But I love the idea of plant forward. Also, just sounds more. It sounds more tasty. Just sounds more delicious than plant based. But I want to talk about. This has been. I feel like this plant based, especially, and the way that we have done sort of vegan comfort food trucks, having the wings, having the burgers, that to me feels like a newer trend in the last 10 years or even 5. And if we're talking about Memphis, maybe even for sure toward the 5 year.
Memphis.
What's your perspective on that?
I think people are just getting into it here in Memphis. With Shroomlicious, we used to travel to different cities, and people would be waiting for us to get there. Like, it's just like we do certain festivals like Vegandale where we will serve like 300 to 400 people in a day. It's crazy. Then you come back to Memphis and it's like you still get the traffic, but it's just not as much. But then whenever we kind of just started introducing familiar ways to consume plant-based products, we started realizing people catching on here in Memphis. It's definitely like something that's a little newer compared to other cities.
What are some of the dishes that really put it on the map or put you on the map?
Well, for Memphis in particular, or just in general?
I think in general, but break it down if you want.
So it all started with mushrooms.
Yes.
They call me the Mushroom Queen on Instagram. It's crazy. I just changed my name over last year to Mushroom Queen. I was like not with it at first because it was just weird to me. But I just wanted to have more options, and I realized that I could manipulate the mushroom to taste a little bit meaty. And I just started taking that concept and applying it to so many different things. And so at Shroomlicious, it was the wings.
Yes.
Memphis is a wing city. And so I made these mushroom wings out of oyster mushrooms. Got really scientific with the process of like the batters, the wet and dry, the process of like frying and how to fry it. How
much can you share? Or like if I don't know what an oyster mushroom is, how are you describe it?
An oyster mushroom is a type of mushroom. It's a meaty mushroom. All mushrooms has a lot of water in them. It doesn't have as much as a normal mushroom in it. So whenever you fry it, it has like a meaty bite to it, a meatier bite to it. And it just fries really well. And so I kind of like, when I developed the recipes, I kind of like paired different processes so that I can lock in that meaty texture. Because you know how sometimes when you fry stuff or like fry veggies, they're like weird because it's like, man, this is either too crispy or soggy or something like that.
It's burnt. Or it's limp. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not right.
it's just not right. So I really took a lot of time developing the wing recipe for Shroomlicious, and I think that really what helped, that differentiated us from other people, because we weren't just frying mushrooms. I really intentionally had recipes to complement the mushroom. And so once we started doing that, and we threw some honey gold sauce on that, and some Korean chili and honey garlic pepper, man, it was just, the rest is history. And then I also created a product called the mushroom meat. Didn't know it was a product. I just was at home. I wanted to do a vegan ground beef, and out of 100% mushrooms. Did my little science project with that. And next minute, you know, we're putting them in tacos, Philly cheesesteaks, the crunch wraps. And it's literally in almost, I want to say 90% of the products on the menu. I mean, the menu items. And so, and now we have them packaged up. You know what I mean? So we paused on selling them last year because it just got too crazy. And so we're trying to get that back out now. But yeah, you can soon be able to buy mushroom meat in stores.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Is it called Shroomlicious mushroom?
It's called the Shroomlicious mushroom meat. Okay.
We'll be looking for it. Okay. Let's get back to that. So we had the meal prep service, we had the truck, then what next?
So after that, we just kept doing the ghost kitchens concept. We never had a truck. We had it was a ghost kitchen concept. And I decided to get a location apart from the ghost kitchen. I was like, okay, we are super
it's time
busy.
For the brick and mortar.
It's time for my own space. Well, I went out and got a space, but it just kept taking forever to open. And then we got to the point where it was just getting crazy for me. So a little tidbit about me, I'm not money motivated. So I don't care about popularity. If I'm not feeling it, I'm just kind of I need a moment, guys.
Yes.
You know? So I said, hey, I need a moment. And I stopped at our height, and I was I'm going to reopen whenever the location is ready, which that was last January in 2025.
Yes.
And I was the guy, he told me it was going to be ready in April of 2025, and it wasn't. So I was okay, we're going to be closed longer than I anticipated. And so that kind of didn't work out. And so I took this long break, and then I got presented with the artist table.
Yes.
Well, with the space.
Yeah.
And I came up with the concept of artist table. And because I was I don't know if I want to jump back into cooking every day all the time. So maybe if I can share this space with other chefs, that this could work. And that's where the artist table was born.
So tell us where it is.
The artist table is at 412 South Main. It is connected to the Herbaboo Contemporary Art Gallery. And Ephraim, he's the owner of that. And we just he presented it to me a few times. I was very unsure. And we decided to just rip it off and be hey, let's go.
Let's go. So what was there before? It was...
it was a restaurant before.
Was it the Grisha Gourmet?
Grisha Gourmet was there. Yep. And it was another restaurant in between Grisha Gourmet and me, but I can't remember the name of it, to be honest with you.
That's fine. But okay, so people kind of know where it is. It's at the corner there. It's South Main.
South Main, yep. 412 South Main is not that far from the Rive Hotel. And 409 Main is across the street.
Exactly. So now we know where we are in space, where we are in space. And the concept for this, I really love, because you bring in chefs that have a residency there, so that gives them a chance to, and correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding, they give a chance to try their dishes, to meet people, to meet diners.
Yeah.
But you also host events there. We actually, the Daily Memphian, hosted a panel where we talked about food, drink, and dining and culture, and had some writers. I got to be at the panel. We got to have some of your delicious eats.
Thank you.
And so it was a really great community venue for some real conversations that went down at this panel, the way that the best panels are.
Yeah.
But did I get it?
Tell me more. Right. You're right. That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you were able to get that. Yeah, we're we're like a venue for chefs, honestly. Like, that's the simplest way to put it. And we host special events for people who are interested in coming. And so I love the fact that Memphis has a food scene background and history. And so some chefs out here really needs the support to kind of like be able to start, or
the infrastructure,
and even just like creating their own lane of their, like, that's different from whatever they might be doing, you know. So I'm excited about that. And we have 2 chefs that are currently in residence. Chef Eli, he's about to start his residency called Mother to Son. He's replacing my residency, which was supposed to be only 3 months. It ended up being about 5.5 months. And 3 months is usually like our max before we try to move on. And then we have Chef Bean, who does Taste in the Dark, which has been popular on TikTok. It's like all over TikTok, where couples are coming together, they're feeding each other blindfold, and it's really great. Like, it's like, you know, saving marriages and stuff. You know what I mean? So I was just like, and they are there on Sundays, like 2 or 3 times a month, and she sell out every time. Yeah. But she's like a resident chef. She does her events.
So she like black out the windows, like cover it up? No, it's just blindfold.
It's just blindfold. The lights are low. And they like feed each other, and it's a 3-course meal attached to it. And everything.
Do they take turns feeding each other?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you had the opportunity to experience this as a diner yourself?
No, I haven't.
All right. I really wanted to. I was going to get too personal. Well, okay. I can see how that could be effective for some people.
Yeah.
What kind of cuisine is she focused on in that? Or is it kind of a mix? Soup. Yeah.
Here, it's home style. She does a lot of Southern style cooking. But like the little trinkets, she like has like little different things that she does for the tasting that's apart from the actual meal. So they'll get like a little tray of like a chocolate or a fruit, or like one time she had champagne soaked grapes, and they just feed each other. And her helpers help them put it in their hands, because sometimes they just feed each other both of them are blindfold. It's an experience. And then that's when, you know, like everybody's like, at first I'm just there observing, you know what I'm saying? Like, so first everybody's like sitting down, a little stiff, but by the end of the night, people are dancing. They're like really into it.
Is it a secret what you're being fed? Like, do you have to guess?
I think so. I think they do have to guess.
That would make it really fun.
Yeah, they have a
if you
time.
have the open mind. Yeah,
you do have to have an open mind, because it gets really connected in there.
Okay, so that chef is a Reniqua Bean.
Yeah, it's called the Chef Bean Experience. And so she does a really good job with those events. But she's exclusively at the artist table as well.
And then you also said you have Chef Eli Townsend coming in, and people know him. He's been at different locations in Memphis, and he's got a good concept for his residency as well.
It's called Mother to Son. It's his ode to his mom. And I love that. And, you know, just stuff like that. It's just real connected. We also have Chef Mo from Biscuit and Jams.
Yes.
That's coming over to host brunch. She's doing like a different spin on brunch. That hasn't launched yet, but you know, I'm okay to announce it. I just wanted to make sure, but yeah, she's coming, and she wants to do something with Chef Mo Creates, just so that she can have her own creative element as well. Like, cause sometimes when you get into restaurant life, it's food cost, recipes, staff, you know, but you know, we love to cook. So we want to be able to create a lane where we can just be creative. So she's coming to do that for brunch.
That's exciting. And I know she's got her biscuits and jams, and she's talked with us before about the things you're talking about, where you can really get, I mean, I think it's any job, like, especially if it's a creative field, you get bogged down in all the extra stuff. And you said, like, sometimes you got to take time for self-care, but this is kind of a unique way that you've paired some of those elements of like self-care, creativity, time for yourself, not worried about all the infrastructure, but you're still working.
Yes.
And you're still making that connection with like clients, diners, people.
Yeah.
It's really special. And I love the name of it too, Artist Table, because it's like, what is that? What does that even mean? But you're connected to the art gallery, which has been a really important part of South Maine's art scene for a very long time.
Yeah.
So it's a special place.
And I was able to do my residency there too after closing Shroomlicious. And so
tell me about that, because you did a lot of different things.
yeah, so I did a residency Thursday through Saturday called Mama Mataki. It was a Asian Southern cuisine. And it was based off my mom. Like I said, we didn't come from much, but when we did eat out, we always ate like Asian food. So I was just like, I'm going to revisit that. It was mushroom based. We did like bourbon chicken. We did chicken.
Yeah.
And we
Chicken.
did.
Yeah.
I did the air quotes.
Yes.
The catfish sandwich.
And all those are mushroom based.
All mushroom based. And we did this chow mein called a kombucha chow mein. There was a pumpkin coconut sauce at the bottom and like noodles in the middle with mushrooms on top. That was a really popular dish.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah. So it was really good for me to step into that element other than just like frying mushrooms and making burgers and fries. I do an event to aid to that creativity called A Night in Shroomtopia. And we've done it in Brooklyn, DC, Dallas, Atlanta. And I do it here in Memphis. And so that used to be when I did Shroomlicious, that used to be my creative outlet. I didn't care about like making money or anything. I was just like, hey, I need to, get it out of me. You know what I'm saying? So with Mama Mataki, I was able to do it on a regular basis.
Yes.
You know, I learned a lot of lessons, but it was good. And people wanted me to stay longer. But that last day, man.
Was that the day you did the ramen?
That wasn't, it was, the ramen was the official like party. But the last day of like, this is the menu, this is your chance to get the menu. I'm telling you, like every table ordered food to go. And we were like getting rocked. I was like, oh my God. Okay, guys. I miss y'all too. I'm going to miss y'all, you know. But we did Sip and Slurp.
Yes.
And Sip and Slurp is a ramen party we've been doing for the last 3 years. But we've been doing it in partnership with other people. Like we did it with the genre. We did it at, and she's not open anymore, but it was off Walnut Grove. And this year we were able to kind of have our own space and do it. And man, like we had 50 plus people waiting at the door before we opened.
That was like over the Christmas holiday.
Yeah,
I was so sad I was out of town.
Well, we have another one coming up. They already selling out. The tickets are selling fast.
Taking notes. What's the date on the next one?
The 21st.
All right.
Yes. And it's all you care to eat cup noodle ramen situation. The broths are homemade. You got noodles. You got all these great toppings, mushroom toppings, and then you can pair it with a drink. You know, sip and slurp. You know, and man, like it was crazy. People were like. I mean, this one table, I'm sure ate like 10 cups of ramen. Like, I was like, okay, all right, guys.
You are feeding people and really doing all of these kind of events and destination experiences that people in the restaurant industry we hear over and over are finding help them be successful in a challenging time. But you said you did get some maybe good news about Shroomlicious or some other projects. Yeah. What can you tell us about what we can expect for Chef Daisha in 2026?
Okay. So Shroomlicious will be back in 2026.
Woo!
That's really all I can really give on Shroomlicious.
Okay.
I can say that we are very close to confirming a date. I can say that we're having a challenge narrowing down where, because as I mentioned earlier, the space that I initially got didn't work out. So I had to figure something else out. And that just happened like a few months ago, like probably like 4 months ago. So it was like, okay, all
Keep
right.
it through it.
Yeah. It's like, okay. But with that being said, I had a plan B the whole time. And so now it was plan B. Like I was like, okay, we're going to plan B. This is where I'm going to go. Just yesterday, that changed. Literally just yesterday. It was like, oh, might be another plan B. Okay. So, and I think this story will be really great when it comes out if we go with the option. So, Shroomlicious will be back in 2026. Mushroom meat will be available back soon. What else? And I got Shroomtopia. We're doing the Shroomtopia tour again. Yes. That's usually every December of the year. And I'm just going to try to get back into providing more Shroomlicious content, because we have a really cool Instagram account.
You do.
Vegan Pimps of Memphis. It's crazy. They love that. It's my team. They came up with that, my social media team. But
it's Vegan Pimps of Memphis. There you go.
There we go. That's the social media.
Follow.
And it's crazy. Some of my customers say that's what they miss. One of the things they miss the most is my social media crew. But yeah, that's what's happening in 2026. Just trying to get Shroomlicious back up and going. The artist table will still be available to highlight different chefs. We're accepting different chefs. So if you're a chef and you want to come, please come out. We have space for you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm just gonna coast, you know? Yeah.
That doesn't sound like coasting. That sounds like working, but I love the attitude. Thank you for sharing that. So maybe by the time folks are listening to this episode of Sound Bites, we may have some more solid info on Shroomlicious. We always try to keep up with that in our food file section of the dailymemphian.com. That was my shameless plug for the commercial real estate writer Sophia Surratt. Okay, chef, places that you like to go when you go out.
I really love Guac Tex-Mex. Have you heard of them?
Mm-mm.
It's so
Where's
good.
Guac?
It's Guac. I honestly don't know the location.
Wait, now this sounds so familiar.
Guac is it's close going towards downtown. Mm-hmm. Really love that place. It's family owned. They have vegan options for it's Mexican type of food. It's really, really good. I love Fusagon on Poplar.
Yes,
they have a little table for me in the back.
What do you order there?
I get the tofu ramen. Not ramen, the tofu pho. Like, it's so good. Oh my God. And then the egg roll, the veggie egg rolls. Where else do I go? That's really like my two that I go to consistently. I'm a coffee snob.
Oh, okay.
So coffee black every morning. I love coffee black so much. I was just there this morning meeting someone.
Do you go there every day, or do you have some of their whole beans that you...
Kind of both. Yeah. Honestly, I use their beans and I go there almost every day. It's community oriented. Every time they know me when I go in there. Yeah. We're like family, honestly. I go there and I also go to Dr. Beans downtown a lot as well.
It's a good one.
And then the Garden Brunch is really good. I like the Garden Brunch. I love the owners there. They're awesome.
And that's also in South Main.
Yep, that's on South Main as well. I can't think of anywhere else.
How do you make your coffee at home? Do you have you grind the beans? You get them ground?
I am a coffee snob.
I know, that's why I'm asking. Is this a French press? Is this a pour over?
I am a French press person at home. I had a pour over this morning at Coffee Black, but I grind my beans and do them fine, and then I do a French press, and sometimes I do cream and all that stuff, oat milk creamer, and then sometimes I don't. I just do it straight black.
Yeah.
I love coffee.
Because it's good stuff.
It's good. It's good. And so, those are, and oh my God. Okay, I forgot about this one. This is my favorite places. Lulu's. I love Lulu's. I'm their biggest fan. And they're like, we're your biggest fan. I'm like, no, I'm your biggest fan.
There's a lot of love going on in this plant forward community in Memphis. Lulu's is on Poplar, kind of across from East High and the library. The library's a little farther down. But what do you get there?
Honestly, I get the it's like a sandwich, smoked veggies and all of that stuff on it. It's like a sando. Yeah. Sando. There we go. And I get a cup of coffee because their coffee is by Boycott Coffee, which I love Boycott too. So,
yes.
Yeah.
These are some great recs.
Yeah. I told you, I'm in the community. I support, I'm always in everybody else stuff. And that's one of the things my friends tell me. They were like, tell people about Shroomlicious. I was like, oh yeah, I own Shroomlicious too.
Oh yeah. I almost forgot.
I do. I have so much Coffee Black merch. I'm like, I should be an owner of Coffee Black. But yeah, I own Shroomlicious, guys.
Okay. This is so random. Did you have a favorite cake that your granny made? Because when you said that, for some reason.
Yeah. My granny used to make this chocolate cake that had 1 million layers on it. And honestly, I still to this day I'm not a baker. I'm not good at baking. So I can bake little things.
They're totally different things.
Yeah, man.
Talk about a science experiment.
Come on, and I get a little crazy sometimes with the baking. That's why I'm not good at it. But she bakes this, I want to say it's like a 10-layer chocolate cake.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it just be like little layers, but it's so good.
That
And I
sounds
haven't
great.
had it since she passed away. So I'm like, man, my mom is not a baker either.
Mm-hmm.
She tries.
She tries. It's okay.
Love you, Mom.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us today and giving us the rundown. You have shared. I love it when people share their passion and so much specific information and breaking down how you make the dishes, how you create things, how you put it together, and how you kind of created this community. So thank you again, Chef Daisha.
Of course, anytime.
That is all the time we have. I'm Holly Whitfield. This is Sound Bites for the Daily Memphian. You can listen on WYXR Radio every Thursday at 11 or subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We also post these most of the time at dailymemphian.com, so you can find us there. That's about it. Bye.